Now don't forget about our spam comment that we read with extra gusto and dramatization.
Did you get it right that time?
No, I didn't. Sorry. But we can keep going. It's okay. Don't stop now. You can do it.
Don't stop. The Kick Awesome. Welcome to the Kick Awesome Show, episode 17. I'm Nate Croft.
And I'm Jonathan Longnecker.
This week we have high fives going out to the New Adventures in Web Design Conference put together by Mr. Simon Collison.
Awesome. We've also got an article by Seth Godin that we're going to talk about. Not to mention a question from Luke's Beard who wants to know why we're not at the beach. That's a good question.
But we should get sandy beach beards pretty soon, Luke.
Have you seen it around here? It is not sandy and beachy.
Not so much. But we also have a problem and solution involving CSS3 syntax and how to do it right, pretty and proper.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We've also got spam comments read with gusto and dramatization.
Gusto spam. We have this week's music picks, and that does it for episode 17. Let's get on the 17 train and ride it.
Choo choo. My high five this week goes out to Seth Godin. Don't know who Seth Godin is? He's on the internet. Go find him. So here's the thing. Seth wrote an article called Lost in a Digital World, which sounds very epic and sweeping and grand, but it's actually pretty short because most of his posts are. But that's okay because the contents therein were very epic and grand. See, Seth talks about how everybody thinks that our generation is a generation with a lack of focus. You know, you hear about the teenager who's texting 27,000 times in a month. How do you even do that? The mom who's leaving her kid crying in the corner while she's on Farmville on Facebook. Ooh, a new crop. Whee! Shh, I've got new vegetables. The web designer who's checking Twitter every 3 minutes was a bad example. So here's the thing. Seth says that it's not so much a matter of lack of focus because we're obviously focused on those things when we're doing them, but it's a matter of misdirection. Misdirection. The problem is that when we're doing those things, we're usually ignoring the person next to us, like wife, kids, the work right in front of us, friend across the table. And when we do that, we're ignoring the hard work that we're supposed to be doing to make the world a better place. Because of that, Seth Godin, I give you a high five for reminding me, a humble web developer, and hopefully you, to focus on the things that are important at the right times. Peace out.
You may have seen our short little funny episode last week about Nottingham, and that's because I was in Nottingham for the New Adventures in Web Design Conference put on by Mr. Simon Collison. If you weren't one of the 650 some odd of us that got to put our butts in the seats in the Albert Hall and got to hear all these great talks, let me tell you about what you missed. It was real high level stuff about why we do things in web design rather than how to do them. I didn't see a single line of code on the screen all day long. And if you know me, you know how happy that made me. I do code, but I'm not good at code, so I don't like it when people show me code. So it was really good. I particularly enjoyed talks by Sarah Permenter, Andy Clark, and Brendan Dawes talks. I don't even know if it was even web design, but it was so awesome that you need to see it anyhow. Keep an eye on the New Adventures Twitter handle, stream, account. We're going to put that in the comments below. And you really need to check out this thing next year. We really are hoping Simon will do this again so we can all go to it and have another really good new adventure time in Nottingham because it was fantastic. High five, Simon. Episode 17 of the Kick Awesome Show is brought to you by Brilliant Retail, e-commerce for expression engine. Brilliant Retail lets you control everything from the design to the automated emails right from inside the content management system. BrilliantRetail.com.
My problem this week is CSS3 syntax. You see, it keeps changing. It's like an elusive jackalope that you just can't quite grab a hold of. Also, I'm not very good with remembering things. And my CSS editor of choice, CSS Edit, manages not to have CSS3 properties in it yet, probably because they're not finalized and they keep changing. Thankfully, we have some nice people over at a certain website, because when you say please, these guys listen. CSS3please.com gives you all the syntax for all the stuff that you need to know. And these guys know what they're talking about. We've got Paul Irish, Jonathan Neal Joint, Boaz Cinder, and Zoltan Heiluk. Sorry, dude, I don't know how to say your name. You may remember Paul Irish from the HTML5 boilerplate. In fact, even Nate likes the boilerplate.
I've never boiled any plates.
So CSS3 Please gives you access to things like border radius, box shadow, gradient, RGBA, transform, transition, text shadow, and font face. That's right, you just gotta say please, and it all happens magically. For multiple browsers.
I've never
It all happens. 3 please gives you things like radius. So whenever I have questions, I just say please. CSS3please.com.
This dramatic spam comment is brought to us by Austin L. Church. My father is a thunderous voice of disapproval. His anger shakes me to my core.
Our question this week comes from Luke Beard. Luke and his beard asked us, hey, Kick Awesome Show, why don't you film some shows on the beach? That's an excellent idea. Excellent idea. I happen to love the beach. But which beach would you like, Luke? How about Aruba? No? How about Jamaica? What if we took you to Bermuda, Bahama? Come on, pretty mama. That's not what I meant. I'm sorry. I'm done. My music pick this week is The Everglow by May. The Everglow is a rock and roll, harmonious escapade of rock and roll.
Way better than the Ice Capades.
Yes, it is.
Much better.
No, it's really good. You should go listen to it.
My music pick this week is Deadmau5. 4 times 4 equals 12. He's exceptionally bad at math, but exceptionally good at making my booty move. Kinda scary, you don't want to see that. But you do want to listen to this album. The whole thing is exceptionally energetic and bounding, and I just find my head keep doing like this uncontrollably, just sitting at the desk, my head going like the Night at the Roxbury, and that happens to him apparently. So, you need to check out the formidable musical cojones of Deadmau5.
And that's it for episode 17 of the Kick Awesome Show.
That's all we got. Thank you guys so much for all the comments when we asked for them about what you'd like to see on the Kick Awesome Show this year. Basically, we can sum up all your comments in the words of Elvis Presley. A little less conversation, a little more action.
That's right. So in that vein, I will be doing more code design tutorial thingies.
And I'll be taking over on the photography duty, showing you how to do cool things with your camera and making awesome pictures.
You said duty.
Duty. So, a taste of things to come.
That's right. So
Duty.
Twitter.com/KickAwesomeShow.
Facebook.com/
/KickAwesomeShow.
It's a new
Then
one.
the URL.
Yeah.
YouTube.com/KickAwesomeShow.
And don't forget about the iTunes podcast and the RSS feeds.
So until next time.
A little more bite, a little less bark, a little more fire, a little less stuff. Open up your heart and be satisfy me. And how to do it right, proper, pretty, right, pretty, and proper.
Pretty proper.
Yeah.
Yes.
Telegraph asks.
Mr. Seth Godin.
Mr. Chef. We like chefs. He's fantastic.
That's right. So until next time.
Say duty.
Duty.
Train of thought. Selection of musical things.
I will be doing more code-related tutorials.
And I will be doing more camera nerdly tutorials.
And we're going to learn how to say tutorials.
Tutorials.
Because we'll be saying them a lot.
Yeah. Turkey.
Well, now that we've got that out of the way, let's try it for real.
I think that'll be fun.